Hello friends, in this video you can learn about the heterocyclic compounds. In that, nomenclature rules for the heterocyclic compounds. So before that, we can see what is a carbocyclic compounds. Carbocyclic compound is the cyclic organic compounds containing all carbon atom in the ring formation, which is example benzene. Okay, so this example is benzene and the all carbon atom which is in cyclic formation. Okay, these are the in the cyclic formation, hence this compound is the carbocyclic compounds. You can see the structure same like there is carbon 6 atom in this carbon, which is a carbocyclic compounds. Then we will see the what is heterocyclic compounds. So you are aware about the heterocyclic compounds, but we can see the what is heterocyclic compounds. When one or more carbon atom is in the carbocyclic compounds, which is replaced with the hetero atom. Okay, means suppose we can take the example which is a benzene. If you replace this carbon atom with this hetero atom such as nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur, then you can get the heterocyclic compounds. Okay, in benzene ring, if you replace the one carbon atom with the nitrogen, you can get the pyridine. Okay, and this pyridine will be the heterocyclic compounds. What you have to remember, the carbon atom you have to replace with the hetero atom. So we will be get the heterocyclic compounds. Then we will be see the what prefix are used for the hetero atoms. Okay, so basically there are most found hetero atoms in the heterocyclic compound. These are oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Their valence is 2, 3, 2 is respectively. And prefixes used for the hetero atoms such as oxygen, we can use the prefix as oxa. Okay, then for nitrogen we can use the aza or azo or pyr, pyr. For sulfur you can use thio or thia. Okay, these are the prefixes used for the hetero atom. Then we will be see the what suffix we can use for heterocyclic compounds. Okay, so before that you have to remember the which type of the ring present in the heterocyclic compounds. It might be present the 3-member ring, 4-member, 5-member, 6-member and 7-member ring structure. Okay, then you have to remember the whether the structure is unsaturated or the saturated. Okay, then you have to remember whether structure having the nitrogen or without nitrogen. Same in the saturated compound, you have to remember the with nitrogen or without the nitrogen. Okay, this is a suffix tables which are used for the heterocyclic compounds. If the 3-member ring structure is present in the heterocyclic compounds, so and that structure will be the unsaturated, you have to use the various suffix as like the ene. If the without nitrogen presenting compound, ene you have to use. If the compound is saturated, you have to use the iridine, and if the without nitrogen you have to use the ene. Okay, so these all things you have to remember for the nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds. So here I have mentioned the 5-member ring structure, 4-member ring structure, 6-member ring structure and 7-member ring structure. Okay, so mostly we will having the 5-member ring structure and 6-member ring structure. So we can discuss about the 6-member ring structure and 5-member ring structure. If the unsaturated 5-member ring structure is present, if the unsaturated 5-member ring is present, so you have to use when the nitrogen is present in the structure, you have to use the OLE as a suffix. If this is without nitrogen and unsaturated ring, you have to use the OLE, same for this. Then if the compound is saturated, you have to use the olidine, and without nitrogen you have to use the olen. Okay, then if the 6-member heterocyclic ring, if you have, then you have to use the ine with the unsaturated compounds with the having the nitrogen. If the nitrogen is absent in the heterocyclic compound, you have to use the ion in as a suffix. Okay, if the saturated compounds which having the 6-member ring structure, then you have to use the idine, idine, or without you have to use ane. Okay, and 7-member ring structure you can remember the epine, epine with and without nitrogen. For unsaturated compounds, in saturated compound we are not having the suffix, but for without nitrogen we are having the epene. Okay, so you have to remember this table for the nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds. Very simple, but you have to remember the ring size, then the whether compound is saturated or unsaturated. Okay, we'll see the examples. Here is a 3-member ring structure. Okay, this, if you saw the structure, it will be having the 3-member heterocyclic ring. Okay, and then identify the which heteroatom present in the structure. It is the oxygen, so hence this ring is the oxygen containing heterocyclic ring. Okay, so and then you can see whether this structure is saturated or unsaturated. If this double bond is present in the structure, so this structure might be unsaturated, but this structure will be having the saturated compound. Then they remember this prefix for the oxygen. Oxygen prefix is oxa, and the suffix for 3-member ring structure, you can use the eren. Okay, so while combining the prefix and suffix, you have to remember one thing: you have to remove the a from the prefix, and you have to combine these prefix and suffix. So you will be get the oxyren as the name for these heterocyclic compounds. Okay, we'll see another example for 3-member ring structure. You can see in this ring structure we are having the nitrogen as heteroatom. Then this ring structure is a saturated one. For nitrogen, we can use the aza as a suffix, and for 3-member ring structure, you can use the with nitrogen iridine as a suffix. So aza plus iridine, while combining the prefix and suffix, you have to replace the a from the structure, from the prefix, and so name will be the aziridine for the structure. Okay, then we will take the another example which contain the sulfur as a heteroatom. So this structure will be the sulfur containing heterocyclic ring, and this structure is a saturated one. For sulfur, we are using the prefix as thio, and suffix will be the eren, because of the structure is a 3-member ring structure, and the structure having the without nitrogen, so we can use the eren as a suffix, and combine both the prefix and suffix, you will be get the name which is the thiren for this ring structure. Then we'll see the another example for the 5-member ring structure. Okay, so while if you are giving the numbering to heterocyclic compounds, you have to remember the first identify the ring member number. You can identify the which type of the ring, whether it is 5-member ring structure or 6-member ring structure or the 7-member ring structure. Okay, so identify the structure. So here we are having the 5-member ring structure. Then what you have to identify, whether structure is a saturated or unsaturated. So while identification of the saturation and unsaturation, you have to remember saturated means what, the compound having the solely carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, and in the compounds or the structure having the carbon-carbon double bond, then structure will be unsaturated compound. It might be having the double bond or triple bond in the structure. Okay, so first identify the structure. First one, you can see the structure. This one will be the structure. You are having the nitrogen as a heteroatom. For nitrogen, you can use the suffix as aza, and 6-member ring structure, 5-member ring structure, so you can use the OLE for a suffix. Then the name will be the azole. Name will be the azole for this structure, and pyrrole is the common name for this structure. Okay, so it will be for the saturated compounds. Then we will see the unsaturated compound. Then we will see the saturated compounds. Okay, so in this saturated compounds, the same structure we are having, both structure are same, but in this structure we are not having the double bond in structure. So first identify the heteroatom in the structure. So this heteroatom is nothing but the nitrogen. Then give the numbering from the heteroatom. You can give the any direction numbering. So we have given the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the structure, and you can use what is the prefix for the structure nitrogen. You can use the pyra, pyra. Okay, this is the prefix for this ring structure, and this structure is having the saturated one, so you can use the olidine as a suffix. While combining pyra plus olidine, you have to remember you have to remove the a from the pyra, and you will be get the pyrrolidine. You will be get the pyrrolidine as a name for this 5-member ring structure. We can see the more another example, so you can easily understand the 5-member ring structure, how to give the nomenclature. It will be the example which contain the sulfur as a heteroatom in this ring structure. If you give the numbering for the sulfur and first, and then you can give the numbering in any directions and identify the structure whether it is saturated or unsaturated. So this structure will be the unsaturated compounds, and for unsaturated compound you can use the OLE as a suffix. Okay, and for sulfur prefix, which will be the thio. When you are combining the thio plus OLE, then you will be get the thiol. Okay, this will be the name for this structure, and the common name for this structure will be thiophene. Okay, same structure, but there is no double bond in the structure. Okay, same structure, but there is not double bond in structure. So this structure will be the saturated one, and when saturated structure will be there, so you have to remember the prefix table for the structure. Okay, so 5-membering structure, so you can use the olen, because of it is the without nitrogen. Okay, hence the name for this structure will be thiolane. So as you have to give the nomenclatures and numbering to the structure, so we will see the another one example. It is the example for heterocyclic ring which having the 5-membering structure. So you can see the first structure, which is unsaturated compounds, means you are having the double bond. You can see the double bond, so this will be the unsaturated compound. Then the identify the heteroatom, which is oxygen. For oxygen we can use the oxa as a prefix. Okay, and this one will be the 5-membering structure. After giving the numbering, you can get the ring structure or the 5-membering structure. Then you have to use the OLE as a suffix. So name will be for this ring structure will be the oxal. For the structure. Okay. Then this is the common name for the structure will be the furan, and this compound will be the unsaturated. Same structure beside this, we can see the structure. We are not having the double bond in the structure. We can identify the heteroatom, then give the numbering to structure, and what is the prefix used for this oxygen, which will be the oxa, and this will be the saturated compound, so you have to use the olen as a suffix. Then you will be get the name for saturated compound, which is the oxalane. Okay, so in that pattern you have to give the numbering for the structure, as well as you can give the naming, how you can give the name for the structure. So in this manner you can give the numbering, naming for the structure. Then we'll see the rules, various rules for the nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds. So we'll see the first rule. When the compound is having the saturated or hydrogenated ring system, are named by the placing the prefix in such as a dihydro or tetrahydro. Okay, we are having the example which is a furan. Okay, but this will be the unsaturated structure, and rule is saying that the saturated compounds or hydrogenated ring structure, means we don't have the double bond in the structure. For that ring structure we have to use the dihydro and tetrahydro as a prefixes for the structure. Okay, see the example over here. You are having the structure which is a tetrahydrofuran. Okay, tetrahydrofuran means there is having the hydrogenated ring system. You can see this one will be the CS2, 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 and this CS2. Okay, one oxygen, then you can give the numbering. So in this structure there are the 4 hydrogenated compounds which are present, CS2 on the structure. So you have to use the prefix for the structure, which will be the tetrahydrofuran. Okay, hydrogen in this ring there are 4. Okay, so tetra is a prefix used for this structure, so you can give the numbering and naming for the structure in such a way. Then we'll see the another example. When the saturated and hydrogenated ring present in the structure, so you have to place the prefix such as dihydro, tetrahydro in this structure. Okay, so this structure is a half saturated one, so you have to identify the which structure which will be the saturated, points in the structure. So position number 4 and 5 will be the saturated in this compound, because of position number 2 and 3 we are having the unsaturation. So this will be the 2 hydrogenated ring in the structure. We are having the CS2 and CS2 on the 4 and 5 position, so you have to use the 4 comma 5 hyphen dihydropyral for this name. Okay, means what? You have to identify the numbering where is a saturated ring, saturated position over the present in the structure. Okay, or the hydrogenated ring system. Okay, these are the hydrogenated ring system. So you have to identify this hydrogenated ring system, and then you can give the position number to the structure and then mention their prefixes such as dihydro, tetrahydro. We'll take the another example which containing the sulfur as a heteroatom in the structure, and you can identify these 3 and 4 position will be the unsaturated in the structure, but we are having the 2 and 5 position which is a hydrogenated one. Okay, look at the position number 2 and 5 which is a hydrogenated. So mention the number over the structure while you are giving the name. So 2, 5 dihydrothiophene, which will be the name for the structure. Then we will see the another rule. When 2 or more similar atoms present in the ring are indicated by the prefixes such as di and tri. Okay, means any heterocyclic compounds which contain the similar type of the heteroatom, means suppose if any ring having the similar type of the heteroatom such as nitrogen which is present in the structure is common name. We can take the example pyrimidine is a structure. In this pyrimidine structure we are having the 2 nitrogen. Okay, these are the similar one. Okay, so while giving the naming to the structure, you have to remember you have to use the prefix such as di, tri, tetra as a prefixes for the structure when the 1 or 2 or more similar atoms present in the structure. Okay, so for the pyrimidine you can have to give the name on the position number 3. You can give the numbering from the here or here. Okay, so in any direction you can give the number, but you have to remember the direction in which you can get the another heteroatom should get the least possible number. So if you consider this first position, so it will be get the another heteroatom get the third position. So name for the structure will be the 1,3 diazine. Okay, name for the structure will be the diazine. Okay, 1,3 is the position, di for the prefix, and what is the heteroatom which is a nitrogen. For nitrogen we are using the prefix which is a azo, and you can use the ine as a suffixes for this 6 membering structure. Okay, so name will be the 1,3 diazine for this pyrimidine. Then we will see the another structure. In another structure you can see the another structure we are having the 3 similar heteroatom present in the structure. So remember the similar to the pyrimidine, you have to mention the positions over there, and then you can use the prefix such as tri, because of in this structure we are having the tri nitrogens or 3 nitrogen present in the structure, and name will be the 135 hyphen triazine will be the structure name. Okay, so in this way you can give the numbering. So you have to remember the rule, which is rule 2 or more similar atoms present in the ring are indicated by the which prefixes di, tri, tetra as you can use. Then we'll see the nomenclature rules for heterocyclic compounds. If the heterocyclic ring contain 2 or more heteroatoms, then you have to follow the order of priority for the heteroatom, because of you have to give the numbering, or you have to give the priority to the heteroatom which is present in the heterocyclic ring. So you have to give the first priority to oxygen, then after oxygen you have to give the first priority to the sulfur, and then the nitrogen, and later on we can give the another which heteroatom present in the structure. So remember this thing, one more thing in this rule, the numbering of the ring can be done in such a way the other heteroatom can get least possible number in ring. Means if ring having the 2 different heteroatoms in this heterocyclic ring structure, so you have to give the numbering in such a way so that another heteroatom should get the least possible number, means the minimum or the lowest possible numbers must get the heteroatom which is present in the ring structure. Okay, so we'll see some examples so you can understand this rules for the nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds. Here is an example which contain the 2 different heteroatom in the structures. So you can see the sulfur is the one heteroatom and another one is the nitrogen. Okay, so in this ring structure we are having the 2 different heteroatoms which is sulfur and nitrogen present in this ring system. Okay, then remember the order of priority and that order of priority tables, if you remember the order of priority table, you have to give the preference to the priority table according to priority table. Means first in this ring structure we are not having the oxygen, then the priority goes to the sulfur. Okay, so numbering should be started from the sulfur in the structure, and this numbering can be done in direction the least possible number should get the nitrogen atom. Okay, least possible number should be get the nitrogen. Okay, then see the structure. Okay, similar structure in the last slide we have seen. We are having this sulfur and nitrogen. So first number will be goes to the sulfur according to order of priority for the heteroatom. Then you can give the numbering in such way that the another heteroatom should get the least possible number. In this ring structure we have started the numbering from the sulfur, and in this direction we have given the number, so this nitrogen will be get the least possible number. So this nitrogen have got the 3 number in this ring structure. Then remember the prefixes used for the nitrogen as well as sulfur. For prefix used for nitrogen, which is aza, and sulfur we are using the thia or thio as a prefix. Okay, so see this structure. This is a 5-member ring structure, and we are having the double bond, so it will be the unsaturated ring. For unsaturated ring we can use the suffix as a OLE. Okay, so combine the thio as a suffix prefix for the sulfur, then aza for prefix for nitrogen, and the suffix which are used for the ring system, which is the OLE. Okay, so while combining the all things in one word, so you have to remember the remove the last a word from the prefix. Is thia, from a you can remove aza, you can remove a, and you can combine the other suffix. You will be get the name for the thiol. Thi, thia is the suffix for sulfur, aza which will be for the nitrogen. So name will be for the structure will be the thiol, thiazole. Okay, name will be for the structure will be thiazole. Okay, let's see the structure. Okay, so you have to mention the position number for the heteroatom. You have to mention the position number in front of the parent name which prefix get. Okay, so similar structure, if here is sulfur we have got the first number, and nitrogen we have got the third number. So while giving the name for the structure, okay, so you have to mention the position before the name. Okay, which is this will be the parent name for the structure, which is a thiazole. Okay, so you have to mention the position number 1 and 3 thiazole for the structure. So as a way you have to remember the things. Then we'll take the some examples. In this some examples we can learn the how to give the nomenclature for the heterocyclic compounds. So first see the structure. In this structure you have to identify the which heteroatom present in the structure. There are 2 heteroatoms in the structure, which is oxygen and nitrogen. Okay, so for this heteroatom, remember the order of priority for the heteroatom. So oxygen is more preferred than the nitrogen. Okay, then we can start the numbering from the oxygen, which we can start the numbering from oxygen. Oxygen get 1 number, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so after giving the numbering you can get this structure will be the 5-member structure. While giving numbering you can see the structure. In the structure we are having the double bond in the position number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, so this structure will be the fully saturated ring. Okay, when this saturated compound is present, at that time which suffix you have to use? You have to use the OLE as a suffix. Okay, prefix for oxygen which is oxa, and prefix for the nitrogen which is aza. So name will be the oxa plus aza plus OLE, and you have to mention the position of the heteroatom, which will be the 1-3 oxazole. Okay, so there is name for this structure will be the 1,3 oxazole. So it will be the how you can give the numbering in this way. Okay, we'll see the another example so you can learn easily. So here is structure. Last structure we have seen the unsaturated compound. Similar structure which is present in the structure slide, but here we can identify the first heteroatom which is the oxygen and nitrogen. So first priority will be goes to the oxygen. From oxygen you can give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this will be the 5 membering structure. After giving the numbering from oxygen, means you have started the numbering from the oxygen, then you got the 5 membering structure, and this structure don't having the carbon carbon double bond or multiple bond, so this structure will be the saturated. Hence for saturated ring structure we have to use the suffix which is a olidine, olidine. And remember the same things which we have discussed in last slide. Prefix for oxygen is oxa, prefix for nitrogen which is aza, and hence the name will be for the structure which will be the combination of oxa plus aza plus olidine. So name will be the oxolidine, and giving, while writing the name you have to mention the position number for the heteroatom. So hence the name for the structure which will be the 1,3 dash oxazolidine name for this structure. Okay, then see the another rule. If the one heteroatom present at the second position which respect the first atom, then you have to use the iso prefix used in the structure. Okay, so here is a structure. In this structure you can see the oxygen and nitrogen is present, but what rule says, if this other heteroatom present at the second position in the heterocyclic ring, in this heterocyclic ring, on the position other heteroatom present in the which position, which will be on the second position, at that time in such structure you have to use the iso as a prefix for the structure. So name will be for this structure which will be the isoxazole. Okay, we'll see in detail. If the other heteroatom present at the second position with respect to the first atom, then you have to use the iso prefix is used. Okay, here is structure. In the structure you can see the oxygen and nitrogen. If you number the structure, you can give the numbering in such way, so you can start the numbering from oxygen and the nitrogen get the third position. Okay, so you can give the general naming which have seen in last slides. So name will be for this structure which will be the 1,3 oxazole. Okay, but if this nitrogen which will be present on second position, so you have to use the iso as a prefix. So let's see the structure. You are having this on second position nitrogen, so if you number from the oxygen you can identify the second position. On second position we are having the nitrogen, so if the nitrogen or the any heteroatom present in the structure as a second position, so you have to remember what you have to use the prefix which is a iso. So name for the structure which will be the isoxazole. Let's see the another example so you can learn easily. The same example, same rule over here. You can see the structure. In this structure you are having the, if you identify this structure, in the structure you are having the oxygen and nitrogen as a heteroatom. Okay, here is a oxygen and this will be the nitrogen. So always remember, according to periodic table you have to give the preference to the oxygen. So you can start the numbering from oxygen, and numbering should be goes in the direction in which the other heteroatom should get the least possible number. Means what? We have to give the least possible number to the other heterocyclic compound, heterocyclic atom which is present in this structure. Okay, so name will be for the structure which will be the 1,3 oxazolidine. Okay, but if this nitrogen will be on second position, so what will be the name? Okay, so according to this rule, if this nitrogen will present on the second position, so at that time according to rule for heterocyclic compounds you have to use the iso as a prefix. Okay, let's see the example. In this structure we are having the first position oxygen and second position nitrogen, so numbering can be done in way, so this another heteroatom should get the least possible number. So name for the structure will be the isoxazolidine. Okay, then see the another example which containing the sulfur and nitrogen. Okay, in last structure we have seen the oxygen and nitrogen, so first preference goes to the oxygen. In this structure you can see the sulfur and nitrogen in the ring structure, so preference will be get the first preference should get the sulfur. Okay, if you give the numbering to sulfur you can get the another heteroatom which is present in the third position. Name for this structure which will be the 1,3 thiazole. Okay, 1,3 dash thiazole which will be the name. If this nitrogen will be on this second position, then you have to use this iso as a prefix. Okay, for the similar structure, if this heteroatom present on the second position, so name will be the isothiazole. Okay, so as a way you have to give the numbering. So we'll see the another example which contain the sulfur. Okay, so name for the first structure you can see 1,3-thiazolidine for the structure, and another structure in second position we are having the sulfur, on second position we are having the nitrogen. So this will be the name for isothiazolidine. So you can use these examples for more practice, for understanding this rule. You can make your own practice. Okay, let's see the another one. If you see this structure, in the structure we are having the 3 heteroatom. Okay, one is the oxygen and the another will be the nitrogen, which will be respectively present on the 3 and 4th position. Okay, so oxygen is more preferred than the nitrogen. Then you can start the numbering from oxygen here, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you have identified the ring structure, which is a 5-member ring structure, and position number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 we are having the double bond. So this structure will be the unsaturated one, and for unsaturated structure you can use the suffix which is a OLE, and prefix for oxygen which is oxa, and prefix for nitrogen which is aza. So hence name for the structure which will be the 1,3,4-oxadiazole. Why diazole? Because of it contain the 2 nitrogen. Okay, 2 similar heteroatom. So remember position of the all heteroatom which we have mentioned the before the parent name, which is a 1 3 4, and oxa we have used the prefix for oxygen. Then we have used the nitrogen prefix which is aza, but this aza nitrogen are 2, so you can use the diaza and OLE as a suffix. So name will be for the structure which will be the 1,3,4-oxadiazole. Okay, let's see the structure. In the structure, okay, we have seen the structure, but what is the difference in the structure? We are having the 2 or more similar atom present in the ring structure. Okay, we are having the 2 or more atom present in the structure, so that can be indicated by which prefix, which is a di and tri, etc. Okay, so if you look the structure and here is a di. Okay, this prefix is indicated, it is di, and we have mentioned the positions of the heteroatoms which present in the structure. So 2 more things you have to remember in structure. If the structure having 3 heteroatom and 2 similar heteroatom in present in structure, so you have to remember the prefix which is indicated by the di, tri, tetra, penta as you can use, and before the parent name you have to use the position number for the structure which will be the having the 1 3 4, and name for the structure which will be the oxadiazole. Okay, so in this manner you have to remember these both points, also very important for nomenclature of heterocyclic compounds. Then see the another example which is a having the oxygen and nitrogen, but you can give the first preference to the oxygen as compared to the nitrogen. So give the numbering to this ring structure 1 2 3 4 5 as a way you can give the numbering. Then you have identified the 5-member ring structure, but in this structure we are not having the double bond. Here is a single bond. Okay, carbon single bond, carbon nitrogen single bond we are having. So this structure will be the saturated one. Okay, this structure will be the saturated one, and hence you can use the suffix which is a olidine. Okay, prefix for oxygen which is oxa, prefix for nitrogen which is aza, as the name for the structure which will be the 1,3,4-oxadiazolidine. Oxadiazolidine. Di, why we have used the di? Because of we are having the 2 nitrogens, but this structure is a saturated. Okay, this structure will be the saturated. So how in this manner you can give the numbering and naming to the structure. Then we will see the another rule. Rule is that when 2 or more similar atoms present in the ring that are indicated by the prefix such as di, tri. Okay, we have already seen, but you have to remember the structure. In this both structure we are having the one is oxygen and the 2 similar heteroatom which is a nitrogen. Okay, this structure will be the saturated, sorry, unsaturated, and this structure will be the unsaturated. For this structure you have to remember the other rules which we have seen the as earlier. So name will be for this structure which is the 1,3,4-oxadiazole, and another which will be the 1,3,4-oxadiazolidine. Okay, so this rule you have to remember. What is the rule? You have to remember that when two or more similar heteroatom present in the ring, that can be indicated by the prefix such as dry and tri. Let's see the example. Okay, so look at the structure, both structure. First structure is a unsaturated one, second one will be the saturated. Okay, so in unsaturated structure we are having sulfur as a heteroatom and another similar to heteroatom which is a nitrogen. For sulfur we can give the more preference than the nitrogen. So name for this structure which will be the 1,3,4-thiazole, and another for saturated compound you can give the 1,3,4-thiadiazolidine as a structure name. So you can see this structure. Okay, then see the another rule. When the two nitrogen atom present in the ring at 1 and 3 position, if the ring containing the two nitrogen, okay, remember important point, two nitrogen atom present in the ring, if that are present on the 1 and 3 position, so this compound are called as the imidazole series. This compound are called as the imidazole series. Okay, see the structure. If you consider this one will be the nitrogen which is a, you have to give the numbering for this structure. So if you give the preference for this number, so numbering can be done on this way. So another nitrogen which is present on the third position, and what rule says, if this two nitrogen present in the structure on the position 1 and 3, so this compound will be the imidazole series. Okay, so this structure will be the imidazole. You can see this will be this unsaturated compounds. Here is not having the double bond, so this will be the saturated one compound. So name for this structure which will be the imidazolidine. Okay, so only you have to remember the ring position. When two nitrogen present in the ring on the position 1 and 3, so this compound are the imidazole or the imidazole series. We'll see the some examples so you can easily understand. Okay, so rule, another rule, imidazole series, if this ring which is a half saturated, if this ring is half saturated, so you have to use the suffix which is a olein, O-L-I-N-E, olein, you have to use the suffix. So here is the ring structure. Okay, so you can see the structure, similar structure. In the structure, if you consider this nitrogen as for a numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so remember the saturation where is present. Okay, saturation is present on the second position, second and third. So you have to mention the two imidazole name for the structure. Then we can see the another example. In this structure you can having the saturation over the half saturated ring. Okay, on 3 and 4th position. So 3 is a mention, you have to structure for the structure name. So 3 imidazolidine, 3 imidazolidine which will be the name for the imidazole series. Okay, you have to remember the half saturation. Only saturation will be changing on the bond position. Okay, here is on second position saturation. In this ring we are having the 1/3 position, so this ring will be the 3 imidazolidine. Okay, in this structure, another third structure, you can see the saturation, half saturation on the position number 4. Okay, 4 to 5 we are having double bond, so 4th is a saturation over there. So name for the structure which will be the 4 imidazolidine. So don't be confused in the structure. Okay, so just you have to remember the where is the saturation, but saturation which will be saturated what, half saturation in the structure. Okay, so in this you have to remember this rule. If the half saturation is present in the structure, you have to use the olein as a suffix for the imidazole series. Then we'll see the another one, another rule. When the two nitrogen present in the ring structure, it's similar to the imidazole series. Okay, but rule is different. Two nitrogen are present in this ring system and position on the 1 and 2. That position or this compound are known as the pyrazole series. Okay, means what you have to remember, two nitrogen in this structure. You can see the structure, two nitrogen present, but this present position of this nitrogen on this structure which will be the 1 and 2. If the structure having the 1 and 2 position in the structure, so this compound are known as the pyrazole series. These compounds are known as pyrazole series. Okay, look at another structure. In another structure, we are not having the double bond. Okay, this structure will be the saturated one. So name for this structure is a pyrazolidine. Okay, see the another example. So you can use learn the pyrazole series. If there is a half saturation, then you have to use the olein suffix used for this pyrazole series. Okay, so just similar to the imidazole series, you can see this position are the changing. In the structure pyrazoline, the saturation will be present on the second position. From 2 to 3 you are having double bond, so saturation on the second position. Then in the structure on third position, and in the structure we are having saturation on the fourth position. Okay, so when the half saturation is present, then you have to mention the saturation, where is the saturation present. So you can give the naming and suffix use is the olein for the structure. So 2 pyrazoline, 3 pyrazoline and 4 pyrazoline, this is the name for these structures. Okay, so similar to the imidazole series. Then see the rules. Okay, means we can remember rule number first, 2 nitrogen atom present in the ring at position number 1 and 4 position, so it will be the pyrazole series. So this one will be the pyrazole series. If this 2 nitrogen atom present in the ring system at the position number 1 and 3, so that structure will be the imidazole series. Okay, you can easily distinguish between the pyrazole series and imidazole series. Only the positions of the 2 nitrogens that will be differ the pyrazole series and the imidazole series. Okay, this is all about the nomenclature of the heterocyclic compounds. In next video we can see the various some examples of drugs, how we can give the numbering. So thank you for watching.